Hi, welcome again to MQ Academy's SEL Activities for Classroom. I am Chetna Singh, I'm a Kids and Parents Life Coach. So, if you have seen my earlier video, I had shared a video on developing social skills. So, from today onwards, I'll be picking up each topic of that so all the social skills. So, today I'm going to share about sharing, which is a very essential skill to be developed among children from a very young age. So this video is for teachers and educators who want to conduct social emotional learning workshops in their classroom, to enhance SEL competencies among their students. Okay, so let's start with the topic. Okay, so what is the meaning of sharing? So we all know that sharing is caring. It is a common phrase, but its meaning is really deep. Sharing is caring entails a show of concern for other people's needs. You become a better person and feel happier when you share something with someone. So you have to basically you need to tell children the importance of sharing and what exactly sharing means. Sharing means you have to share. You can share your things. You can share whatever you have. You can also offer help to others. That is also a kind of sharing. And you can share your emotions, your whatever thoughts you have. All these comes under sharing because we are talking about emotional intelligence. So sharing emotions is a vital part of emotional intelligence. The first step, or we can say a baby step in the journey of managing emotions. So we need to tell our children that sharing emotions is equally important as we share other our toys, food, or other things with our friends, family, or relatives. Okay, so here are some tips to develop sharing among different age groups. So if we talk about toddlers, toddlers who are really very cute, but they are too possessive about their things and they do not want to share them with anyone, and it is little difficult to teach them to share because they are so small that they cannot understand what are the benefits and what are the advantages of sharing things. However, with a few techniques, parents or teachers can develop this fundamental skill among them. Some of the tips are you as a parent or as a teacher you need to be a role model and start sharing things with others in front of them. So if you are a parent, you can more and more you can share things with other family members at home so that your toddler will pick up this habit of yours and he or she will start sharing things with others. Rewards and appreciation can motivate the toddler to start sharing things. So whenever your toddler start sharing things, or you can ask to your toddler that can you lend me your toy, can you give me your food, can you share one bite with me, or can you share your chocolate with me. And after if the toddler starts sharing, you can give some rewards or appreciation that would probably motivate your toddler, and he or she will start sharing things with his class fellows and with his friends also. Tell or show them stories based on sharing. So there are many small stories and visuals on YouTube. You can share or you can show those stories to your toddlers, and they will understand what is the importance and how it feels after sharing things. Toddlers are too young to understand the benefits of sharing, and we cannot force them to do particular things. Hence, these techniques may take time. So this is a practice which you as a parent or a teacher, you need to do it regularly with the children, so that when they grow up, when they become 6 or 7 years old, they will naturally develop a habit of sharing things with others. Okay. So next is tips to develop sharing among 8 years and above. So if we talk about children above 8 years, they become way more mature to understand right and wrong, and they often are willing to share. Most kids as well as teenagers feel good about themselves after sharing. So some of the tips to enhance this habit is tell them the benefit of sharing. So if you are talking to children or teenagers, you can tell them different benefits of sharing. You can again as a parent or teacher be a role model. Praise them every time they are willing to share something. So many times you must have seen that there is a sibling rivalry and children do not want to share things even with their brother or sister. So here what you can do, you can praise them regularly when they are willing to share things with their brother or sister or friends. Again, rewards and appreciation will motivate the children to share. Show them videos of short stories based on sharing and ask questions related it afterwards. So if the children are between 8 to 12 years of age, you can show different stories again on YouTube, so that they will learn the benefit and they will also feel good when they will share. So after, whenever they share something with others, you can ask, how do you feel after sharing? What are those feelings when you share something with others? And this is a natural thing, because whenever we give something to others, we feel a kind of happiness, or we feel joyful from inside whenever we share something with others. Okay, so here is an activity. Instead of just asking the kids to share with one another, assign them a team assignment and have each kid contribute something or offer a suggestion to get the job done. Some of the projects to enhance sharing habits could be. So, if you are a teacher and you want to enhance the habit of sharing among your students, what you can give them different team building projects or different assignments on which collectively they work together. So you can shuffle the children every time you are assigning them projects, so they can be friends with each and everyone in the classroom. Okay, and you can give different projects. Some of the projects are like collaborating on SDG goals like life on land and climate action. So SDG goals, if you talk about different SDG goals are there. If children are working on SDG goals, they are not only enhancing their skills, their habits, but they are also contributing to environment also. Creating 3D models for social studies and science. So, project based learning has been started in school since many years. So, these things really work. When children are working on some projects and they are in a group, they share things with each other. They share their thoughts. They share their opinions. Block building games can be done with small children, playing games or of scavenger hunts, and taking a nature walk while sharing food, drink, etc. Donating old clothes, toys, leftover food to needy people. So this thing we can introduce in our classroom, that we can tell our children that every time when your clothes get old or your toys, you do not play with your toys anymore. You can always share it with those people who are not so privileged, who are underprivileged. Okay, so they will obviously feel good after sharing their toys, their clothes, or after not sharing but donating their clothes, toys, and even leftover food to needy people. So all these things will enhance their skill and make them feel good. Now we come to the reflection part. After completing, after making them understand all these things, you can ask the question: do you share your toys with your friends or siblings? So how often they are giving or sharing toys or other things with their friends or siblings, or while sharing, are they happy, or they are doing it only because of some compulsion, or because their parents or teachers are asking them to do so? If your friend refused to share anything with you, how would you feel? So you need to ask them, just to analyze or to introspect that if you ask something to other to give you, and he or she refused, how would you feel at that time? When you share something with others, how do you feel? So how is the feeling when share something? Do you consider sharing to be a positive habit to develop? So you can ask those children who do not share anything and who are very possessive about their things, who do not even want to share a pencil or pen with their fellow classmates. You can ask them that, do you consider that sharing is a positive habit to develop? And if they say no, then you can again ask them, and you can dig a little deeper to know what is the problem, from where this problem is coming, and why that particular child is not willing to share anything with other. Maybe there is a problem with the with that child, and you can ask their parents also that why he behaves in such a way. Okay, so this was all for today, and you can contact us, you can comment for more details, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our weekly SEL activity for classroom. So thank you. Have a good day.